What's going on, guys? How are you? This is Shocks and this is ShocksCapital FX. Welcome back to my channel. If you are new here, don't forget to like the video, subscribe, turn on your post notifications so that you don't miss any content in the future, and please do share with family and friends. So guys, today we're going to talk about volatility indices, how to trade volatility indices, and we are going to base our discussions on the V100 and the V75. Why? Because we are using the M5 and we want something that is very volatile so that we can be maximizing on the moves that happen. So we're going to start our discussion off on the whiteboard. So this is the beginning of the day. Remember, what we're going to talk about here is based on the daily cycle, what happens daily on the volatility chart. So this is the cycle, or this is the period separator that denotes the beginning of day. This is the second that denotes the end of day. So what you want to be doing in this scenario is you look inside this and you have to find what we call an anchor. So when you talk of anchors, we're talking about M's, W's, 3-point pins, and head and shoulders. So on head and shoulders, since we are on M5, sometimes they are going to be not perfect. The head and shoulders, they are going to be variations, they are going to be imitations of a head and shoulder. So you're going to be using that since we are on a lower time frame. So every pair, every commodity is a way it moves in a given day. So you have to know how it moves in that particular given day. So what we are doing here is I'm trying to show you what I have observed being done by V100 and V75 so that we can take advantage of that and try to make something out of that. So this is an anchor. So how we will be trading is we'll be waiting for the anchor to break. Then we will be waiting for either a trade at the anchor, that is a retest, or a continuation trade, or a retest that would happen maybe away from the anchor. So what you are going to do is you identify your anchor, your M or your W, and you trade away from it. So if it's a W, you are taking buys. If it's an M, you are taking sells. So let's go to charts and try to see this. So this is our chart here, and this is what? This is V100 M5. So the period separators I was talking about, this is the first, this is the beginning of the day, and this is the end of the day. So inside this period, that's where we are saying we are going to be having price following a particular daily cycle. So that would enable us to then find an anchor and trade away from it in the confines of this particular day. So what you are doing here is we have the M here, this being the first leg and this being the second leg, and what we are waiting for is a break of structure, then we sell. So this is the break of structure that you can see here, where this low was taken out, and this blue marked candle is the order block, this one. So you wait for retest of this area and sell. So you could have taken this sell, or you could have taken this one. So remember, what we are doing is we are only trading away from the peak or the anchor. So this being the peak or this being the anchor, we are trading away from that. All right, then here we have what you call a head and shoulder. What I was talking about, this is a head and shoulder, this being the left shoulder, the right shoulder, and the head. So after break of structure, we will be looking for either trades at the anchor, or be looking for continuation trades. And as for continuation trades, we can see that we had a break of structure at this point, right? And this was our order block, and we would have taken this sell at this particular point. So there are two ways you can look at it. Number one, you can be taking your trades as soon as price retests your OB, or you can be waiting for a confirmation candle, or a shift candle. So number 2, we can also see that we have this is a 3-pin anchor. This being a 3-pin anchor, you can choose to take your trade on the third touch, which is this one. Why? Because we'll be using this as our order block and this as our engulf or break of structure, right? That's what we are doing, and we continue doing that. This is still V100, and this being the 3-pin anchor, we can be looking for continuation trades to buy, and these are all opportunities for us to get into the trade and buy. And this also being the anchor, the M, we are looking at continuation trades like this to sell, right? And you see, so on a particular day, on a given day, you are going to find at least one anchor, and you are going to be trading that solely. So that's what you are doing: anchor away from the anchor, anchor away from the anchor, and that's our strategy, and that's how we are going to be trading it. That's the W. We trade away from the W, and we find our entry at the order block. You know what to do, and you know how to treat that. This is another anchor, and this is another trade that we could have taken advantage of. So it's up to you to trade the retest or to wait for the confirmation. I like both. So this is V100. So when it's always wise to not maybe to have at least 2 pairs you are looking at. Why? Because when you don't find an anchor on the other pair, it's highly likely that you are going to find an anchor on the other pair that you are looking at. So if you are looking at V100 and V75, you are going to be finding some trades on V100 when V75 have no setup. Why? Because I'm saying if we are to use this as our strategy, it means we are not going to find these anchors every day. Sometimes some days we are not going to be having trades. So on those days that we are not going to be having any trades, you can be looking at another pair. Why? Because we can be having a day that has no anchor or that has no clear anchor. Since we trade what you see, it means we won't be, if we are not seeing anything clearly, it just means we are not seeing anything and you are not trading. So on those particular days, we would need a backup setup. So that's what you are doing. And you see, if you have a day like this, you don't have any anchor and you are not going to be trading, since we don't have anything to base our trades at. And if you go to V75 on that particular day, you might find something interesting that you would want to stake your money on. So this is another anchor. This is what the M, right? This is the break, and this is the retest. This is V75. It's just following the same transcript that I'm using here. So that's what you are doing, and this is the W, and these are the trades that you might be taking as you go up and as you trade away from the anchor. And this is the head and shoulder type of a pattern, and this is the OB that would have gotten you into a trade. That's the reason for you to enter and trade away from the anchor. So this is not anything that we can maybe give a name per se, let's say maybe double top, double bottom, or anything like that. So we are not trading that, and we are leaving it. And here we have something of an M, and this is the retest of the order block, and we are taking that trade. Since these things are volatile, you are going to be making money. Why? Because if you sell here, when it gets here, those who trade V100 and V75 will tell you the story in the comment section below. Look out for those comments and you understand how this moves. So some of you might be wondering how you are going to be trading this. So there's a broker, Deriv, by the name. So you see the banner on your screen. The links are in the description and the comment section. You can open your account today and be trading using this beginner friendly strategy that you can use anywhere, that you can use to trade. So that's what we are doing, and this is another W, and this is the trade that we would want to take. Understand? So remember what I said, you can wait for for confirmation, or you can enter the retest. So if you are waiting for confirmation, like most of us, you would take the trade. What you take the trade here. If you are not doing that, you take the trade right at the pin, which I like more. Why? Because it gives me a very tight stop loss and a very good entry, and an entry that I can paste on Instagram. I'm joking. You understand? So that's what we are doing. So this is an M, and this is the OB that would have given you an entry reason, and this is the trade, the trade-off. Then this is the W. This is the OB that would have taken you to glory. So that's what we are doing, and that's how you need to be trading henceforth. So this is a W, and this is the trade. You see what I'm talking about? These things are everywhere. What you just have to do is to internalize these things and try to be patient. So if you want to master this strategy or this view on cycles, then you need to go to M5 on your computer. Go back in time, try to understand what is happening over the years, what was happening over the weeks, over the months, over the years, so that you can internalize this information and be able to trade what you see. So that's my story, and I'm sticking to it. I'm Shocks, and I'm out. Trade what you see.